speaking of horses, guess what? We are in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're having a ball. It is the Myrtle Beach Trail Ride for the American Heart Association. This is the 37th year for this trail ride. And they're going to raise somewhere around $350,000 for the American Heart Association. Plus, a lot of great horse people, trail riders are going to have a great time right here at the American Heart Association's Myrtle Beach Trail Ride 2018. Right here on Speaking of Horses. And the entire Lakewood campground, camping area, which is normally just a people campground, shall we say, is transformed into a huge horse campground where they have over 800 horses for the Myrtle Beach Ride, which benefits the American Heart Association. And here's a look around some of the campground. People campground converted to a horse campground, and also some of the friendly people all here to raise money for the American Heart Association.
They are our family, and we only want the best for them. No standing water means clean, good tasting, algae-free, mosquito-free, and virus-free water. No risk of electric shock, no risk of fire from faulty wiring. Cool water in the summer, warm water in the winter. Water delivered fresh from the water supply at 50 degrees year-round. Drinking Post water.
Speaking of horses, wants to thank Total Equine Feeds for their support in this show. Total Equine Feeds, as well as EquiAid. Hey, Wayne Williams, speaking of horses, and we are still here, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
That's right.
And it's the American Heart Association ride. 37 years this has been going on.
37, yep.
The lady who puts this together with the city of Myrtle Beach.
Yep, in Lakewood.
In Lakewood. Sarah Nelson is my guest right now. We've talked Sarah on the radio, but tell us about the ride this year.
Wow. Well, I mean, where do I even start? First of all, thank you for coming and for joining us. So yeah, this is our 37th year holding the event. We always do it the first or second week of November. We are extremely excited this year because it's looking like we're going to be able to announce our highest attendance year, but also more importantly, highest fundraising year for the Heart Association. So pretty excited about that.
Yeah, this is actually our first time here. And you know, learning about the ride and then figuring out by actually being here how big it really is. You know, we're really excited about this. This is, I mean, a few years ago, my daughter and her husband and grandkids camped here.
Oh, nice.
And I have been sending back pictures to her. They live in Indianapolis. I've been sending pictures back saying, remember your campsite? It's now full of horses.
Yeah, and it's the only time of year that they let horses in here, so it turns in what's usually a beautiful oceanfront campground turns into a somewhat, you know, horse-friendly campground quickly. You're
over 1,000 horses, right?
We are, yeah.
And the campground is full, and it's just amazing, and all the activities and the fun. The weather, a little rainy on and off yesterday. It was cool this morning. This is Saturday morning. But now it's 60-some degrees.
Couldn't have asked for a prettier day today.
It's worked out well, and you can't find a better place to do this in Myrtle Beach either.
No, it's great. And we're, we're incredibly thankful to have such a wonderful campground and that the city of Myrtle Beach allows us to continue for 37 years.
So let me just ask you quickly, for people watching that may say, I'd like to come next year. I know, number one, you book up quick, so they need to be booking quickly, but where's the contact to book to bring horses and come to this ride?
So the best thing to do is visit ahabeachride.org. That's our website.
AHA for American Heart Association.
Correct.
AHA.
Beachride.org. And we usually set our dates in January. So I would say yes, we sell out very quickly. So if you've come once, I don't know if you've gotten a chance to meet some of our attendees, but what I love about this event, and this is my 9th year doing it, is just the people and the stories. There's so many heart survivors here and folks who have been affected by heart disease and stroke, and everyone's got a reason why they're riding and extremely passionate about the cause. So we'd love you to come, but get on it early.
It's a great cause.
Yeah.
So check it out right after January 1. Sarah, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much for coming.
We have had a pleasure. Thank you. Thanks to Lakewood. We appreciate their hospitality as well.
Yeah.
We're going all around Myrtle Beach ride for the American Heart Association here on Speaking of Horses.
The rural American lifestyle. It's how we work, and it's how we play. It's how we learn and how we enjoy the finer things in life. How we take care of our animals and tend to the land. It's a way of life. Has been for hundreds of years. Now there's a whole new way for rural America to watch TV.
Equerry's premium equine supplements with microencapsulated probiotics and digestive enzymes. Our formulas holistically treat all of your horse's nutritional needs from the gut up. We have simplified the science of equine nutrition while providing highly effective and affordable products. In order to have your horse give their best, you should be giving them the best with Equerry's.
Here, many of the riders just gather on the beach, have a great day getting ready for the ride, which comes up a bit later on. 1,205 horses this year in Myrtle Beach. Where are you from?
Tennessee.
Whereabouts in Tennessee? Ah. You're going to be on Speaking of Horses TV when I put this show together. You don't know that yet, but you will be. Thank you. Now, many of the riders that are going down to the beach right now are going down because Julie Goodnight and her horse masters was here. Julie came in from Colorado, helping people get their horses in the water and be schooled and ready for the beach ride, those that haven't done it before. So a big thank you to Julie Goodnight and Horse Masters for being here and supporting this as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we're at the American Heart Association Myrtle Beach ride. One of the activities prior to the actual 20-mile beach ride is the Trail Challenge, and they're all gathering here for the Trail Challenge. First horse is going on the course. Let's watch. And the trail challenge going on the beach is just one of the many activities of the 3 days leading up to the main 20-mile beach ride. So you can come and have a great week or weekend, long weekend here at the Myrtle Beach Heart Association trail ride up the beach. But look at all the fun you can have playing around on the beach and in the water. What a great event. Raising this year again over $350,000 just this year. Another feature here at the Myrtle Beach Ride, we have a vendor row, a lot of great vendors. We're going up vendor row. A couple of the fine sponsors of Speaking of Horses TV are here. Here is Orange Slow Feeder. They've been here a couple of years now supporting this event. And also, we have Equestra Safe and all of their safety items, and we're going to hear from Teresa in just a moment. But you can shop up and down the aisle.
Whether it's a hurricane, whether it's a tornado, whether you're camping and they run off, whether you have an unscheduled dismount and they decide to take a walkabout, or you have a fence go down and they decide to wander off of your property down to a neighbor's property and house. There will be a time when you are going to be looking for your horse. I can almost guarantee that because it happened to me. So what we are, Equestra Safe is a company that I started personally with a girlfriend 9 years ago, and we're all about horse identification. We want you and your horse to always be connected, always to be returned, to have that horse returned to you. So we started the company with a small little product, and it's called the Fetlock Identification Band, and it was simple enough that we embroider your phone number on a piece of webbing, goes around your horse's leg, can stay there 24/7 with 32 pounds of breakaway. That way, if they do get out, get lost, run off, even in an environment like here, there's going to be horses that are going to get out and wander around, and then you got to try and get them back to their home. This is a simple, easy identification that can stay on 24/7. Okay. From there, we were asked to do identification collars. So we started making identification collars. Those identification collars come in 3 sizes, as all of our products do, and they come in 3 different styles, but I only have 2 here today. This is our double sleeve identification collar. It has 100 pounds of breakaway. It has a large pocket here with a plastic insert so that you can pull it out, write your name and phone number and information on. Now this is our double sleeve, so it has a smaller pocket here at the bottom. The smaller pocket is ideal for an event just like the American Heart Association ride. Why? This is my campsite number. So I have my name and my phone number here, and I now have my campsite number here at the bottom. So anybody who locates my horse can use this collar, if they don't have a halter or lead rope, to bring this horse back to my campsite. Okay? It works great if you go hunting. If guys take their horses up to Montana and go hunting, put the GPS location of your campground in that. Works excellent for that. This multi-purpose collar, we came up with this, again, because people wanted to be able to see their horses while they're camping. So this has a 1-inch reflective stripe that goes around the entire collar, as well as the identification pocket. So you can write and put your information in here. Now people ask me all the time, these are identification collars, they're collars, aren't they going to choke my horse? Well, they have 100 pounds of breakaway, they're double closure Velcro just like your fly mask, and your fly mask has two, count them, Velcro closures. Now tell me, how many of you have never had a horse take off a fly mask? Raise your hand. Exactly. Everybody's had a horse that has another horse that takes off a fly mask somewhere. So these are breakaway with 100 pounds. So your horse is not going to hang itself on a fence post as it's running, or a tree as it's running from a hurricane or a tornado or something like that. Now, the other products that we have several other products. We make all of these ourselves, too. I want everybody to know that these are not made overseas. These are made by my husband and I. We actually do all the sewing, all the manufacturing ourselves with all of our products. So you're getting an American-made small business product. These are our reflective leg bands in 1 inch. We have them in silver. They're highly reflective, up to 1/4 of a mile, made exactly like our fetlock bands with the double closure Velcro on them, but these will reflect up to 1/4 of a mile, and this is our reflective collar. Same thing. So if you have horses out in pasture, you have horses that you're afraid of, somebody comes by and takes out your fence in the middle of the night, and heaven forbid you've got a black horse and it runs across the road. I have heard horror stories of horses getting hit in the middle of the night. You pasture your horse, put these on, at least they can be seen if they're off on the side of the road or running across the road.
King Barns, located in New Holland, Pennsylvania. If you want a great custom-built barn, you got to contact kingbarns.com. All kinds of customized barns, top-grade materials, and wonderful custom design to meet your request. Please check out King Barns today. Source Nutrition, one of the fine sponsors. Source Nutrition, micronutrients developed from the seaweed harvested off the coast of Maine, aids in digestion, helps with older horses, keeps everything moving fine in your horse's digestive tract. Check out Speaking of horses, and we're having a ball here. We are at the Myrtle Beach ride. We're having a great time. We just finished the parade on Friday evening, and a lot of the riders who are here raising money for the American Heart Association do a costume parade down this main drag with the ocean right behind us. And they do this wonderful, wonderful parade, and it is just a blast. There's about 800 horses here. There's a few guys that are acting nuts off camera, so if we laugh, you'll understand why. But they have a ball here. Tomorrow, Saturday, will be the big ride where you go up the beach.
Right.
The whole ride will take about 20 miles, I think. Is that right?
It's 10 miles to the upper end of the turnaround and come back to
Come back.
So
Now,
it's a 20-mile run.
do you go up and back on the beach, or do you go over and down Ocean Boulevard?
No, we go up and down on the beach.
You stay on the beach?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go all the way to the north side of Myrtle Beach.
We go to the trail, or the trail ends at the center of actually Myrtle Beach. If you go into the town of Myrtle Beach,
Okay.
there's a little road up there that says Central Myrtle.
And that's where it is, and then you
It
turn
gets
and
there
come back.
Stops and comes back.
Well, Rodney Beck is my guest, and Rodney is with a, tell us again, PPE?
I won't say Perfect Performance Equine.
Okay. And actually, it was Rodney's horse that my wife Pat got to ride today on the beach, made her day. So we appreciate that. Tell us a little bit about your involvement here, Rodney.
Well, the Perfect Performance people, we come down. They've been coming for 16 years. Being involved with the American Heart Association, raising money for a really good cause. We come down and try to help out the American Heart Association by raising money. We do a couple of little things on the beach. We've got I'm trying to think of the name of it.
The Trail Challenge?
It's not the Trail Challenge is what we done on the beach, but they've got another one where everybody runs around and picks up different clues and stuff through the camp, and then turns it all in.
Poker run.
Yeah, no,
No, not the poker run either. Okay.
It's a little different thing. We take pictures and put them on a brochure, and everybody runs around and finds those particular things and makes pictures of them with their phone. And,
Oh, okay.
and
Okay.
that way they bring them back and they turn them in as proof. And
Proof that they found all of it. Scavenger hunt.
yeah, kind of like a scavenger hunt. And then the way we break a tie is we have them all, they're all timed. They have to put in the time that they start from the time they take the first picture to the time they take the last picture. So if they fool around a little bit and they tie up with somebody, they might wind up, you know, being behind.
Since you can't rerun for time, you have to time them all to start with, and then you take all of the ones that got it correct, and then you start sorting them by time.
Well, it times them on their phone.
Right.
When they take the picture of their first one,
right,
it starts timing them, and we know how long it takes to make the run.
Okay.
We do that computation before we ever.
Right. Right. Well, you guys are heavily involved. I know you set up the trail challenge on the beach this morning.
Yes, sir.
And how many went through that?
We had 45. We had 45 riders go through
45
that.
On the trail challenge, and we've got some video of that trail challenge. We're going to show you a few highlights here in this show. But it was a lot of fun, and you know, like everything, you've got people that are really good at it, people that aren't. But you know what? You had a whole bunch of people having fun.
That's the whole point for us to do that trail challenge down there on the beach, no bigger than it is for everybody to go down there, enjoy it, to see what a trail challenge really is. And it's not whether you can do it or whether you can't do it. We want to get everybody to participate and enjoy coming down on the beach and getting to ride our horse, because this is one time a year that this thing only happens once a year.
Right, and you know, this is the 37th year. We didn't know about it till just a couple, 3 years ago. 37th year, raising a lot of money. When they went by in the parade a while ago, they were announcing they were $4,000 shy of their goal, which I'm sure they're going to make by tonight. But that's $350,000, so they're at $346,000 as we speak.
Right.
And I'm sure they're going to make their goal. And that's for the Heart Association. It's an amazing, amazing event. And there's, like I said, 800 and some horses there. This campground, which is normally all just a people campground, 200 acres of campground. It's just full of horses. Everybody's having a great time.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Everybody tries to enjoy the event here. A lot of the people that stay here, that's in the little cottages back towards the back of the campground, really like it. They say right after we leave that this is the cleanest that they ever see the campground all year long.
Well,
because we really clean the place up before we leave.
Most horse people are good about cleaning up their campsites when they're regular camping. It's just the common courtesy. If you went into a horse camp and you went into a horse area, you don't want to walk in and see everybody else's leftovers laying there. You got to clean the spot for your horse before you ever start.
Right.
You know. So it's really nice that they do that. Rodney, thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you for joining us, and we got a lot more coming because we're going all around Myrtle Beach at this 37th annual Myrtle Beach ride for the American Heart Association. If you have not been here, look it up online and try to make plans to be here and book way in advance, because this thing books up fast.
It's a year book in advance, because if you don't book a year in advance, you probably won't get a campsite.
You won't get in, so you may be 2 years out, but you will not regret it. Thanks.
It is fun. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Now, another one of those events we've been talking about along the way is the Costume Party Parade. Almost every horse gets involved in this, and you put on your own costumes, develop your own themes, and parade down the main drag right along the ocean front and just have a ball. This is a few highlights of the parade on Friday night. Well, here we are, speaking of horses, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. At a ride that a few years ago my wife and I did not know was going on. And it's 37 years old. Joe and Penny, most of the guests. You guys are heavily involved in, well, according to Joe, it's you that does all the work.
I'm the brain.
You're the brains, okay.
Yes.
And then when you need the brawn done, you turn to, yeah. So tell us about this event a little bit and your involvement and your planning for this trail ride. I mean, there's 800 and some horses here, right?
Oh, I think it's more than that. I haven't heard the official count, but I think they were over 1,100 last year.
Wow.
I think they beat the record from last year.
So we're looking at maybe 1,200 horses.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So tell us about the planning for this.
Oh, gee, let's see. Well, I'm on the beach ride committee. I've been on that for several years because we come so often. We've been coming for the last 16 years to this event. So our committee is made up of people that are new and older that have been coming. And we work all year planning events, activities, and things for this event. So I'm a part of that. I'm a member of the beach ride committee, and Joe and I have been coming for 16 years, since 2002.
Wow. Well, we didn't bring horses, but thanks to you guys, to Rodney over here, Pat got to get her beach ride in, and we got that handled. So, but it's just an amazing, amazing ride, and of course, it's all for the American Heart Association, so it's all for a very good cause. Now, one other question we're going to talk just briefly. You're involved, and Joe and I have talked about this, the Gold Star families. Now, tell us about this project.
Yeah, we've been invited to come work with the Gold Star families this week. So it's a big honor for us to be invited to do that. So this is our very first time doing it. So what we're really, we feel very honored to be asked to this. So we're looking forward to it. It's not something that we've done in the past. So we've got some learning curves to do, but it's really interesting, and we feel blessed to be able to help and to give back to these folks.
Now, these are families that have lost relatives in the service.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. These folks have undergone traumatic loss in their families, PTSD, all kinds of things that we can't, I guess, put ourselves in their shoes.
You guys, you said you were dressed like candy, pink and blue.
Like Easter bunny, Easter baskets.
See, I have to tell you this. I know you got to understand these things. Like Joe, I was going to interview Joe, and he says, "Well, Penny ought to be in this." Yeah. So he goes in the trailer and springs this on her just about 30 seconds before we're going to do it. So it was like, well, I'm not quite ready.
Yeah, I was like, gotta put my hat on.
I got to start primping. I got to get this ready. So we really appreciate talking with you and the efforts that you all put in with your group to doing this. And it's been our pleasure to be down here this year and film about it. We really appreciate it.
We hope you'll come back again now that you know
we'll come back again.
Yeah.
I know that my better half standing back of the camera will say we're coming back again.
Oh, good. Well, maybe we'll bring a horse for her next time.
Yeah. She's shaking her head. Thank you so much.
Joe,
thank you, sir.
Appreciate
yes,
it.
Sir.
You stay with us. We're going all around Myrtle Beach, right here on Speaking of Horses. Behind me, it's early morning on a Saturday morning. This would be November the 3rd. And we're getting ready to go out for the 20-mile beach ride, the actual long ride for the Myrtle Beach ride for the American Heart Association. I got a jacket on, I got a vest on. It's a little cool this fine Saturday. And here we go, the ride's beginning to head out. They're still gathering from the campground. A lot of gloves and coffee this morning to keep everybody warm, but still going to be up in the mid-60s, so not bad for November. It's just a cool, brisk morning till that sun gets up, and that breeze off the ocean is cool.
With the new trailer. And my guess, from the way I watched this go down last year, somebody's walking home with a new trailer, someone else is walking home with a used trailer.
They cap off the event with the awards ceremony on Saturday evening in the amphitheater right on the Lakewood campground. Now, the top group gaining money for the American Heart Association was Team NOAA. Nearly $50,000 that team raised. And they cap it all off with a drawing for a brand new horse trailer. Among those who raise the most money, they get tickets in a jar, and then they draw. So this is that drawing to cap off the evening.
I've said this name already today, I think. Wisa Me.